What's up guys, TC here, and welcome back to Starbound Nightly. And it has been a long time since our last episode, about 7 or 8 days I think. That is partially because the server that distributes the Nightly has been down all week, so we actually haven't had any Nightlies at all for the last 6 or 7 days. But there's a whole lot to catch up on, so today's going to be kind of a big episode. And at the end there actually are going to be some spoilers, so I'm just going to go ahead and warn you guys now. But first things first, we're going to jump into what I consider to be the biggest news of the episode, is we have a complete change to how our tech is kind of ordered now and how it's acquired. So we're going to take a look here. Basically, tech has been simplified down now to basically you have 3 primary slots, and there's 3 primary techs, right? So there's Distortion Ball, which is the old Morph Ball. Then we have the Dash, and then we have Pulse Jump. Now each one of these has a kind of side grade. You can kind of like specify what you want it to do. And there's three upgrades for each one, and they don't stack, so like you can't like get all the effects into one. You have to kind of pick which ones you have to specialize. But anyway, so you have the regular Distortion Sphere, which kind of looks different now. So we're gonna select the regular Distortion Sphere. So hit that, and this is the new look of the Distortion Sphere. It's not bad. It doesn't have really any good effects yet, but it has some really cool ones though when you upgrade it. So first up, I'm gonna show you guys the Sonic Sphere, and Sonic Sphere basically lets you like warm up like this and shoot out really quickly, and it does take a little bit of energy. Let's see here, admin, to give you an idea. Whoopsie, there we go. Give you an idea of how much energy it uses. So when you do the transformation, it does charge you a little bit of energy, as well as long as you charge it to shoot out. But it's pretty cool. It definitely allows you to get around pretty flat spaces really quickly. Up next we have the Spike Sphere, and the Spike Sphere is actually my personal favorite because it basically is it lets you stick to walls and stuff, and it's really cool. You can pretty much go around just like this. It's gonna kind of completely revolutionize the way we kind of move around the map. Now the next one here is called the Aqua Sphere, which I'm actually going to show this off when we go on the ground. And the Aqua Sphere basically allows you, it floats, like it makes you float really quickly, and you kind of run on top of the water in that ball format. So in a minute I'm going to show you that one. First up, over here to the sprinting or the dash ones, we have Blink Dash, which is well, let's go back here. We have regular dash, which you guys are kind of accustomed to. I'm going to show that one off. Very short range, just kind of allows you to jump in. And you see there's actually a little refreshing icon now, or kind of an effect. Like if you watch carefully, I'll actually blink. There it is, and you see that kind of tells me that I can dash again. Yeah, so that's kind of the new update thing. And so the 3 upgrades for this, we have Air Dash, which is the old school one, lets you dash in the air. Very nice. We have the Blink Dash. Now this one's pretty cool. Basically, it's kind of like Blink, but it's got a set distance, and it lets you just completely bypass stuff, but it only works on the ground. So, and then the last one is my new favorite, actually, and it is the Sprint Dash. So what this does, it basically gets rid of your like little boost dash, and in exchange for a, basically you have this like boosted run speed. It does cost energy, so we're gonna turn off admin mode to give you an idea. This is with no real armor on. Like the armor I have on isn't really boosting the amount of energy I have. But as you can see, it pretty much almost doubles your speed, I think, and a very little energy cost. And so once you start getting some more energy stacked up, it'll actually be really usable. And that's actually my new favorite one, is the Sprint. Now the Pulse Jump has gotten some pretty cool ones here. First up we have the Multi Jump. Now what this does, it basically adds, so you have your normal Pulse Jump, and the Multi Jump essentially adds a couple extra jumps in there. So you basically get 3 jumps. However, they're not very large jumps, so it's going to kind of like allow you to, I don't know, a little bit more situational. It's not my favorite one, but it definitely is really useful. Up next we have the Rocket Jump. Now the Rocket Jump has changed considerably from what it was. So the Rocket Jump used to be like you would like hold up and jump and charge it. Now it's kind of a directional thing. So like if I were to jump this way, I can actually boost forward, boost that way. I can actually boost backwards. You can even boost down, I think. Yeah. So basically you jump up, and you kind of like, whenever you hit the spacebar in the air, he kind of goes through a charging state, and then whatever direction you hit or you're holding is the direction he's going to go. So if I jump up, hit it, hold left, I'm going to go that way. Pretty useful ability. It just takes a little bit of good warming up. Now the last one here is definitely my new favorite jumping one, and it's probably the one I'm going to go with for sure because of its sheer usefulness. And this is the new Wall Jump tech. So we're actually I'm going to take the, we have the, what is Aqua Sphere and the Wall Jump tech. I'm going to beam down and show you guys how they, shit, I just missed, I just beamed to the wrong place. Hold on, this always happens. I'm going to beam to our testing location and show you what these are. So here it is. One thing to point out is the Nightly right now, all of the old characters are broken. So if you have one, you're going to start over, and you'll have to kind of redo the whole thing. So anyways, first off, show you the dash here is pretty cool. Oh shit, we have on admin mode. There we go. So basically, we're going to jump into our aquasphere here, and you see it kind of floats, and it allows you to travel on top of the water pretty quickly, actually faster than the player can. Like here's my normal swim speed. Well, it's basically it's a much better version of your swim speed, and it allows you to float up. So it's actually a pretty good way to get from like the bottom of an ocean to the top because it does float all the time. Now the next one that's really cool is the wall jump. This is my personal favorite because it pretty much just lets you, as long as you have a wall to grip onto, you can pretty much just continue to wall jump. And you even slide as well. So like if you are falling, like for a really long distance, you can slide all the way down something like that. It's a very, very useful ability. It just takes a little bit of warming up. So there we go. It's kind of tricky to learn exactly when you're going to grip onto stuff, but definitely very, very cool. So up next, I want to show you guys there's a tiny change to the backpack items. As you can see, they actually all got a kind of their own design, so they're not all the same looking backpack. So here's the cooling EP, the anti-radiation one, heating, and here's the breathing one. So we're going to put on this one really quick. Actually, no, let's put on a one with mobility. Here we go. Put this on, and I want to show you guys something that's really cool. Is that when you combine the mobility backpack, which boosts your speed, as well as the sprint, you can cover a lot of ground really quick. And then if you go really fast, you can add a green stim pack, and you can do some crazy stuff like clear gaps like that, stuff that you would never be able to do. Now, one disappointing thing I don't like is that you actually can't combine the boost jump with like the boost jump, so like that. You can't do that during the dash. So I'm trying to boost, like I can do normal speed and do a jump, but I can't do the actual dash and jump. So you actually aren't able to really tie those together. Maybe it's a bug, maybe it's intended, but it certainly does make it a little bit more difficult. But I do love being able to go so fast. So up next, we have some very, very spoilery stuff. I'm going to go up and show you guys the ending, well, the completed version of the avian mission, and I'm going to show you the completed version of the Apex mission. So if you're not in for spoilers, now is your chance to click away. 3, 2, 1. Okay, guys, and we are back, and we are at the very end of the avian mission, and so we're about to jump in here and check this guy out, and he's a very, very cool, very intimidating boss. So he's going to start off in this little position here, and he's going to be popping these little lasers, and they kind of auto-target you. And he's actually stationary during this time, right? And this is kind of his warm-up mode. So as you can see, he's kind of like foreshadowing his later attacks, but in a weakened form. So these are a lot easier to dodge right now. But pretty much the whole point is that you're just going to need to hit him while he's in this state. He's pretty easy right now. He can't do a whole lot to you. Basically, you just kind of got to beat him down. We're actually going to speed things up here. There we go. So, once he comes out of that state here, he's going to go into his flying state, and he's much more dangerous in this position because now it's a lot harder to dodge all this stuff here. Now, granted, I am in admin mode, so these aren't going to do any damage anyways. But as you can see, these are like the upgraded attacks to the ones he was just doing, and they're very, very tough to... Some of these, you're going to definitely need some speed boost to kind of get away from some of these. So here's his ice attack. He's about to do his lava one, I think. Oh, no, this is his wind one. This one's actually pretty fun. Basically, these like wind sucks you in, and if you're in the air, it kind of sucks you towards him, and he shoots these blasts out. So it's actually pretty cool here. And his last one he's going to do is the kind of fills the room up with this like lava type stuff. I think this is it right here. Here you go. So pretty much he's going to kind of choose one of these pillars, and he's going to basically attack it. And he just he does all 4 pillars. So he's going to go for that one. This whole time you'd be attacking him. And whenever he chooses the pillar you're on, you need to change sides. So like I need to change here. And once he gets to the last pillar, he's going to it's going to essentially reset, and he's going to do that whole cycle over again. So now he should go back to the, I think the laser attack. Yeah. So we're going to kill him really quickly. If I can hit him. This thing I'm using is a, what do you call it? Heat cleaver. It's ridiculously... Wait, what happened? It's a heat cleaver, so it's extremely strong. There we go. So he's down. And once he dies, pretty much the mission is... that's pretty much it. So we are going to jump onto the Apex mission here, and so we'll be back in just a second. Okay, guys, and we are back now, and this is the end of the Apex mission. So again, if you are not in for spoilers, you need to go away. So up next, this is... This next one here it was very interesting. It took me a moment to realize what is going on in this mission. And for those of you who don't know, basically the Apex, like, they have this kind of Big Brother-esque motif going on. Basically like a, I don't know, basically you just don't want to ever break the rules. Everyone, like, someone's always watching you type thing. So I was wondering what was going on here. But once you get in this mission here, you actually see this is apparently Big Ape. And this is actually an extremely difficult mission. I have no idea how I intend on doing this without getting nailed. Between all these floating heads, these little floating guns here, and these things actually shoot fists on the side here. Now you'll notice there's actually no sound effects right now, but that's kind of part of it. I don't know how to dodge this. I think, well, either way, this is going to be an extremely tough mission. I'm going to speed this up just a little bit here. So basically every time you kill one of his little drones, his attack is going to change. And so as you can see, this is going to be extraordinarily difficult. I have no idea how this is even going to be completable without maybe a shield, 2 shields. So when you kill 2, now you see he's kind of like, this whole thing is like a hologram. Like, he's not real. So here it is, he's kind of messing up. He's got one more drone here, and you see he kind of airs out. And so that's basically what it is. This is pretty much like a Wizard of Oz style. Like, there's actually no Big Ape. There's someone back behind this place controlling this guy is what it is. So moving on from there, pretty much, let me in. Yeah, this wall sliding thing does mess me up quite a bit. But going down to the bottom here, this is the Ministry of Knowledge, this whole thing. And so these orbs here, this appears at the end of every mission. These orbs are what we're going to use to open the Ark. So pretty much each mission you're going to find one of these things, and they're going to have someone join you on their quest. But anyways, that's going to wrap up today's episode, guys. I know it's been a long time, and the thing is, I don't have control over when the nightlies get released. It's never really happened before. We've had a week where we didn't get any nightlies. But it does seem to be fixed, so we should be back onto our regular schedule from now on. So anyways, guys, if you enjoyed it, please rate, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to y'all later.